Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Scorpio Show. I'm your host, G. I want to talk about a situation, a few situations. It's a big, it's a big deal about this Project X movie and how it's influencing, and how that movie is influencing these children on what they're doing. Now, if I would say every parent needs to go watch this movie. Every parent needs to go to the movies and watch a movie to find out, what movie your kid would want to go see because they'll mention it. It just don't come about. They mention, that movie looks cool. I might want to go see that movie. Go see the movie before your child sees the movie. You know, um, be up on your game when it comes to your child. Now, apparently, everybody's been doing a copycat of the Project X movie. Everybody wants to go buck wild, tear down stuff. It's just ridiculous. I can understand if you want to throw a nice, huge party, but to tear down a $500,000 home for just the heck of it is ridiculous. Now in Houston, I just got done watching the news. Now in Houston, what happened was they threw a big, huge, wet foam party. The floor was filled with foam and stuff like that. I mean, there was so many people you could barely move. They said that if the women wore bikinis, they can get in automatically, hands down. Stuff like that. Let me tell you something. When it comes to children, I blame parents because they're not in their child's life. They don't know what's going on with their children. They allow the children to go out, but see, the parents are so just like, you know what, forget it. And as long as you're going out and you're out of my hair, I don't really care. That's all bad. That's negative. You shouldn't even think like that. You should be all up in your child's business. Because if you're not, then your child goes to one of these parties and you end up shot like the teenager that was shot in Houston at that Project X copycat party. But once again, parents not doing their job. Now there was not only teenagers there, but there was also college students there also. When you have two of those together, it's I feel sorry for the loss of that teenager. I mean, it's nothing like it. But at the same time, you can't blame the movie for inspiring these kids. The thing, no, you can't really blame them because as parents, you should be in your child's face in their business in order to tell them that's not the party you want to do. Now, let me tell you something. I went to go see the movie. Now, mind you, in the previews, it didn't look all that crazy. I mean, it was crazy, but stuff like, it didn't seem like it was enough to go buck wild. Now, when you actually watch the movie, it was off the chain. This is the movie that you would think as a high school, as a teenager in high school, whatever the case is, that's the kind of party you would want to go to, that you would want to throw or go to. Whether you was popular or not popular, that's the party you would want to go to. Now I understand the outcome of that movie. I understand that the movie was an actual true story. That came from a true story. And for that to happen, it's off the hook. Now, mind you, now let me tell you something. In the video, in the movie, the parents were like, they just kept calling the child. Hey, why aren't you answering the phone, this and that? Hey, the neighbors are saying stuff, they're having complaints, but that's just them, just being, whatever. But let me tell you something. If if you got neighbors calling your phone because of what's happening at your house, maybe you need to stop what you're doing, go back to your house, and smack some folks up. I'm just saying. Sometimes you might have to grab somebody by their neck. You dig? I'm just saying. You know how parents do. You know how parents do. Hey, what? Everybody, you know what? Heads in beds. Yeah. You know, that's that Kevin Hart, heads in beds. No, but you know, parents go buck wild. But you know what the thing about it is if you're handling your job as a parent, there wouldn't be no Project X. If people were doing their jobs, there wouldn't be no Project X. Copycats. Now, I found out that there was not only that Houston copycat Project X spot, but there was plenty of them around the world. Not around the world, but what I mean, you know, United States, whatever, but there was plenty of them, you know, other places also, not just in Houston. And apparently this is one of the major movies that inspires something like this. So crazy. And it's stupidity. It really is. It's definitely stupidity. But let me know your take and outcome on this, because in Houston, I mean, for somebody to just walk down the street and blast somebody in the back of their head, you know, is ridiculous. You know, it not only went from in the house, it went to the streets. You know, in the streets. My heart goes out to the family that lost their child. It's ridiculous. Let me tell you what. I want you to tell me your outtake on Project X. Your outtake on these copycats that want to, you know, remake this movie in their personal lives. You know, type deal. I mean, let me know what you think about it. Is it stupidity? I know it's stupidity. I know parents aren't handling their jobs in their child's face, in their business. You know, give me your outtake. Alright then. Stay up, stay real. God bless.